works. And we're live?
Oh, okay. Where are we live?
Yeah, link
On
please.
my channel.
Link please.
God. Give me a second.
Link, please.
People
I'm
on my
deleting the link.
River want to know too.
All right, there's your link.
The link is in the Discord.
Oh, oops, I messed that up. There we go. Now it's back to showing you guys.
Okay, you have tweeted, so I have retweet your tweet.
Now I'm gonna go on to every Discord server. And I'll spread that around like wildfire.
It's a bit iffy, but it's better than nothing.
Yeah, I would say so. Do, do, do. Mm.
God damn it, who included me in a fucking tweet?
Me. And also me, if you were caught in my retweet.
Yes.
God damn it.
Well, welcome back, everybody. They're probably not even here yet. They gave up.
No, I'm letting some of the people on my server know.
Get over here! We're making a mitten. It's cute.
Look at them pixels.
Right?
Pixels, are we having trouble streaming on your end too?
No, it's because I'm capturing the camera on Discord, so the pixels are coming from Heather's camera.
That looks like a crisp 96p.
Oh, delicious.
At least it's not buffering.
Well, that's fun.
Yay!
Well, maybe the pixels will be flattering. So we're back. Yay! I'm just not going to charge Patreon for this one. This was a mess.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
shit. When does this loop end? I don't even know where it started. Oh, shit. Alright. Where's my... Yes, unicorn pen. Oh, yeah, you're not a unicorn. You're just a horse with a pink mane. Filled with lies.
So, Pinkie Pie.
Well, she's white.
What? Oh, she's white. Okay. I thought you meant Pinkie Pie. I'm like, excuse me?
I don't
So did I.
I kept saying, where's my unicorn pen? I'm like, wait, this isn't even a unicorn! It's just a white horse with pink hair.
Why do you think it was a unicorn?
I don't know. Usually when I have ponies on stuff, it's a unicorn. Because who just has ponies on stuff? There's always a unicorn.
Horse girls?
Does any of my stuff not have a unicorn on it? Look behind you. Look what you're sitting on.
There's Applejack right there. And there's Fluttershy right there.
To be fair, she is not.
And there's that skeleton horse thingy. I don't see a horn on her.
That's different. She has magic powers in different ways.
Yeah, well, how do you know that your friend doesn't have magic powers in different ways? I mean, she's got pink hair. That's not natural.
Look, it's not magical to get dye at the freaking Target, okay?
She's infected with Pastelis coloritis.
That's a disease.
How am I gonna do with this stream once it's over? We just like send you the copy of the stream.
Set it as unlisted, and then Heather adds it to the Chaos and Crocheting playlist on her channel.
All right.
Yeah.
Anybody in chat yet?
You got some people in chat. Yeah, you got I can't read.
Yeah, we'll just put it right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll just go like this with Discord. No. Perfect.
No.
Knowing is
What's up?
What's up, party people?
What's up, drinking buddy? You started shipping now? I've infected you.
What have you done?
I know.
He could have been so much more.
Could have been a contender.
Shipping is gross.
Mhm.
face is gross.
Oh, rude.
I mean,
His face is shipping.
What?
alright then. I'm pretty sure he finds that as an insult too.
Exactly. Well, but that's in his head. That's his problem. Just because he takes my compliments as an insult sounds like a him problem.
Yeah, his himbo-ness.
Mm-hmm. Also, hi everybody. See everybody saying hi.
What's up?
Yep, everyone says hi to Heather and Sweetie.
Yeah. No one cares about you, Louie. It's only your channel or something.
You know, it's not like I'm helping out the stream or anything.
Nope.
Just an extra.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, well, time to turn off my computer. Hope nothing bad happens.
Fuck. Well, at the very least, y'all can, well, probably pixelated if what he said is correct. Pixelated.
Ah, yes.
Watch me make this mitten. If you guys forgot, this is a mitten we started the other week. This mitten is going to be for Bronny's mother to match a scarf I made her out of the same materials. I think it'll fit her rather well. Fits me a little snug, but you know, she's smaller. But I'm still able to get it on, so she'll have no problems. I think it's a nice color palette.
Yeah.
Very. I think I wanted to tell someone Aztec or just desert.
Yeah, it's
like-
very southwestern.
Mhm. I think I'll have more than enough yarn here to do 2 gloves, and that might be it for this yarn. The reason I made it out of that yarn fur is because I just had that yarn sitting around. Like, it was a unique pattern I got from somebody. And I was just like, what do I do with this? So I just made a scarf out of it. And I'm like, oh, I'm going to see Ronnie's family for the first time this Christmas. I'll just give this scarf to his mother and make them all stuff.
Is anyone watching WandaVision?
No.
Anyone watching what?
WandaVision.
I watched the first 4 episodes.
Just the
I
first
watched the
4?
film theories
Why are you gonna watch the film theories and not the show?
Yeah.
because I don't have Disney Plus.
Shame.
I watch it every Saturday in my Discord group.
Aw.
And only
That's
one
very
person
cute.
joins.
Yay.
He's never alone.
Mm-hmm.
It would be nice if I had more people though.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
Mm,
It's like,
yeah.
Conveniently ignoring his plea for attention.
I'm just really not interested in WandaVision.
You
I
should
just really
be.
have to catch up in order to be up to where you are.
Watch WandaVision, Heather. It's a good show.
It's an okay show. Like I can recommend it. Not super strongly. It's very yes, it's good.
I don't care about other characters.
Yeah, that is the problem. Like I feel bad, but it's the same for me. I'm like I wish this was about characters I cared more about.
It's doing
Yeah.
such a great job to make you care about the characters in the later episodes.
Could they done that from the beginning? Like, I'm more excited about the second seasons of The Promised Neverland and Beastars coming to Netflix soon. Beastars' second season is coming in July or something. I'm super looking forward to that.
I need to reboot my Netflix. Aren't ponies going to Netflix?
The movies, yeah.
Yeah, I have to make sure my Netflix is straightened out so I can actually watch ponies.
Yeah.
Because I imagine the internet's going to expect me to watch ponies.
I haven't watched ponies in such
Oh yeah,
time.
like the next stream, the weekend it comes out, the stream will be on my side, so have you watched it?
So have you watched it?
Have
Have
you
you watched it? Have you watched it?
What'd you think? And I'm
What'd you
like,
think? Well,
I try to be like, guys, no spoilers for anyone else who hasn't watched it, just to avoid it.
I always know if there's shipping or something involved in an episode because people harass me specifically. You know, I'm like, okay, I guess there's shipping in the episode I haven't seen. Thanks for letting me know.
We'd like that to be a surprise.
Right. Although I think there was one time though where there was an episode I hadn't gotten around to watching, and basically rather than the public in general, people who knew me a little better were like, "Oh, you're gonna rage at this episode." I'm like, "Oh joy, that makes me want to watch it more." And it was the Angel Speaks episode, whatever it is, where Fluttershy gives vegan cookies to a carnivorous snake, and I'm like, "Yeah, you're right. I rage quite a bit."
No, wasn't that fun? Were you at least prepared?
I was pretty much prepared, yes, but I was like, "Ree!" And everyone's like, "Video, please!" I'm like, shut up.
I could go
Stop
for,
delighting in my anger.
I could have a cookie right now. That'd be nice.
If you have cookies, I don't have cookies.
Somewhere.
Someone asks, speaking of Disney Plus, anyone watch The Muppets? I haven't.
I haven't. I was, well, you know, as a kid, you watched Sesame Street, but I was never a big fan of Muppets.
I for some reason didn't grow up with the Muppets, and I don't know how. Like, I knew what they were. I remember Muppet Babies, but like very little else. And I remember asking my dad, like, why? You know, because I hadn't thought about it until like it was super important to my ex, and he was like, "I can't believe the Muppets." You know, and I just asked my dad, I'm like, "Why didn't we grow up with Muppets?" And he just goes, "What are you talking about? You watch Sesame Street all the time." I understand the confusion, Father, but not the same thing.
I've only seen the newer movies that they made a couple years back.
I think technically Sesame Street is more similar to the Muppets than it's not. I think they used to have Kermit on there.
It's Jim Henson. It's the same guy. They're just two different programs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they crossed over with each other on multiple occasions, but
like Big Bird showing up in the Muppets movie.
Right, and you know, vice versa, but they are technically two different programs, and they're owned by two different companies, I think. Well, certainly now Muppets are owned by Disney, but I don't think Sesame Street is. Sesame Street is HBO or some nonsense.
I saw that tweet a while ago of like how Big Bird looks different in different countries.
Yeah.
I was just like, oh wow, he looks like a parrot in some of them. That's cool.
Yeah, it's one of them is terrifying. I forget which country it is, but like that the Big Bird for that country is like the stuff of nightmares.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of the visual for kids. But yeah, that's an interesting little like thing on it. You could have just been lazy and just did a whole bunch of yellow birds, but like they're like, nah, it's gonna nationalize that shit.
Yeah.
Do they have different Elmos? Are all the Elmos the same?
Would be interesting. They're probably called different things, so it's hard to say. It's like, well, they're monsters.
Is the one you're thinking of like blue, kind of?
Yeah, it's like blue and
yeah, that's Brazil apparently.
Brazil, yes.
I want to look at this.
It's freaking, yeah. And it even says like there's like an official Sesame Street Big Bird tweet about it, and even like that one says like he's a little scary, but he's nice. I'm like, oh.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. He's the stuff of nightmares.
You just have next to ordinary Big Bird.
Yeah. Well, that's like a different design than the other one.
This one's funny. Yeah, no, he looks like he's gonna sell me some drugs.
Right? Or he's at least on them.
Feels like he got some crack on you.
Yeah,
You want a shot of this tea?
Dear
Oh
Lord.
my god, this one's even worse.
Oh dear Lord, no.
I like him and this bird together.
Yeah, they're cute. But
They're cute.
oh.
The like the fucking
I don't think they're gonna see it well.
There we go.
yeah. Cute. I think that's how my friend Juanita said that's how she learned English, because her first language is actually Spanish when she was a kid, because her mom solely spoke it and her dad mostly spoke it, and her dad's English isn't amazing, so that's what she grew up with. And she would watch Sesame Street as a kid, and she was like, yeah, that's where I remember learning a lot of English words. And I'm like, oh, neat.
Makes sense.
TV taught me how to tie my shoes. Thanks, SpongeBob. That was a whole episode. Yeah, a whole ass episode where he was like, Patrick got a new pair of shoes. He's like, how do you tie your shoes? And he goes like, well, and he undid his shoelaces, and he's just like, wait. And he's like, when's the last time I had my shoes untied? And it's like showing him as a weird larvae baby, and he had the shoes on and they were tied.
Okay.
So he's always worn the shoes and he's never taken them off. And so like at the end, there's just a freaking song. Take both laces in each hand. You go over and under again. You loop, doop, and pull, and your shoes are looking good.
That doesn't even rhyme.
It doesn't have to rhyme. It's a
Not
jazzy
every
thing.
song has to rhyme.
It's helpful for remembering it.
I somehow remembered
Barely
it
did.
like
I
20
did.
years later.
It just
I
needs to be
remember.
catchy for you to remember it.
That's true. I said it makes it easier. I didn't say it like magically made it easily.
Like bunny ears or Christmas bow. Lace them up and you're ready to go.
See, that rhymes.
Loop
All
and
right.
pull.
We don't need to go through the whole song.
Good. No. Yes. I don't remember all of it, but I remember the important parts.
Apparently.
My mom's like, but I tried to teach you how to tie your shoes. I'm like, well, it didn't stick, Mom. SpongeBob made it stick.
Next time, sing a song about it.
Yeah, next time sing a
Yeah.
song, Mom.
I'm like, I knew how to tie my shoes before SpongeBob came along, so
That was,
I just learned it the old-fashioned way of being harassed by, the adults in my life.
yeah, SpongeBob came out when I was like a baby, so that was my go-to.
Unless The Simpsons had an episode about teaching you how to tie your shoes, I wasn't likely to learn it from television.
I don't think The Simpsons had a tie your shoe episode. I'm gonna be real with you, Gio.
Nope, don't think so. I think they skipped that one.
Yeah, I can't think of other shows that taught you how to tie your shoes.
Yeah, I know. I'm like going through all of my children's shows. I'm like, I do not recall a single one trying. I mean, Sesame Street probably did, like here and there, but it was probably like, and there you go, done. And then
I
was like,
remember potty training because not before me, before my nephew CJ. When they were trying to teach him how to, use the potty, they had a whole special on using the potty for Sesame Street. It's like, kids do it, dogs do it, moms and dads and aunts do it, you do it, you'll use the potty or something. It was a weird song.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember as much from Sesame Street as I probably should.
Nah, yeah, but the freaking Sesame Street would teach you how to use the potty, but it wouldn't teach you how to tie your shoes.
Apparently. Or at least that was the episode I didn't remember.
SpongeBob is the one that teaches you the life lessons. Working minimum wage jobs and tying your shoes. That's what you need to know about. Failing your driver's exam. Oh my god.
Over and over again.
I wonder if that's self-prophesizing because that happened to me. I eventually did it.
Yeah, you got it.
I wasn't watching SpongeBob anymore. So
Uh-huh.
implying that I watched SpongeBob for years until I came to visit Sweetie and that's why I
Yeah.
passed.
She's like, the
SpongeBob.
only way to learn how to drive is to stop watching SpongeBob.
It was a sacrifice that had to be made. I'm sorry, SpongeBob. Why couldn't you do it, SpongeBob? Why couldn't you just write your essay? Quit wasting time. That's a reference to an episode about procrastination.
Apparently.
Yeah, he did everything, including washing his house before he was supposed to write his essay. And then Mrs. Puff goes like, you know what? I decided not to have them do an essay. Let's just go take a field trip to a stop sign. And he just rips up the paper, and then it also rips him in half because he ended up finishing the paper in one night.
Okay.
Poor SpongeBob.
I mean, I usually finish essays in one night.
The night before too.
Yeah, usually.
That's usually how it goes for me.
Yeah, I was like, that was my education. I'd go, oh shit, I've got an essay due tomorrow. Better write it.
Yeah, freaking SpongeBob had a fever dream too, though, where his house was on fire and telling him like, "Why didn't you do your essay?" So it was that kind of procrastination.
No, the top-notch procrastination is only writing your essay the morning of the big due, which I have also done. That, however, I am not nearly as proud of. Those were not good times.
I wouldn't be proud of either of those things. I was the type of student that like pushed out a little bit of the essay each week, and maybe if I had something left over to do, I'd do it the last night. I'm sorry, I was a good student.
No, well, I mean, it's not that. It's that I wouldn't be able to keep my same train of thought if I put it away and came back later.
Really? I don't know. I guess we just work differently.
Yeah.
People have different methods.
And to be fair, it was also, I mean, procrastination was part of it. I was just like, yeah, I'll do it before it's due.
I was always harassed for the way I did my homework, and I'm like, why are you harassed? Like, it was from my older sister too. It's like I was like, why am I being harassed for how I do my homework? As
The
long
fact
as
that
it
you're
gets
doing your
done.
homework, yeah. I'd never, like, I always hesitate to say I didn't do my homework because it sounds like I intentionally didn't. I literally had a serious problem remembering what homework I had to do throughout. Like, I was on, like, progression for it because I like constantly was forgetting what homework needed to be done. It wasn't me like intentionally saying I don't feel like doing that homework. It was just I would forget that was homework due, and it was a serious problem for me growing up. Like,
Yeah.
So the fact that you're doing your homework, like, props to that, because that would be minimal. Because that was my parents. They're like, all you need to do is just do your freaking homework. They wouldn't care how I did it, unless I was copying from some of the kids, I suppose.
Yeah, like my older sister got on my ass for like doing it in increments. Like if I was assigned an assignment over the summer, I'd do a little bit each day and not overload myself with it. But she was like, why don't you just get it all done one day? Why don't you just do it all at once so you don't have to keep doing it and doing it and doing it? And I'm like, because that's not how I do my homework. I do my homework different. You can do your homework however the fuck you want, lady.
Yeah. I mean, I have the same mentality as your sister in the sense that I would do it in one day, unless it was like reading a book. Reading a book is something like, because that's what I remember homework over the summer was, you had to read certain books, and that I would stretch out.
Yeah, but like, I was just like, why are you?
Yeah, I mean,
you're my older
doing your
sister.
way, yeah.
I'm doing my homework. You're my older sister, not my mom. It was always her on my fucking business about my homework. Throughout high school, she was the one always putting like such pressure on me. It wasn't my mom. My mom was like, oh, you're in AP classes, you're getting good grades, good job, you do whatever. Except she would be on my ass about video games, but I'm like, I kind of deserve it after all the work I put in with school.
That's fair.
Like, I had so many breakdowns throughout my high school years, and I'm really pissed off about them because it was everyone else putting so much pressure on me. I should have spent more time with my friends and having fun because I was young, and that's when you're supposed to do it. But no, instead I was stressed out about high school, I was stressed out about my classes, and I was stressed out because there was adults putting pressure on me, and that wasn't fair.
Yeah.
It's like shitty to look back and see that other people made you waste your youth on doing stupid shit that never mattered.
Yeah.
Well, we gotta look at the pattern. Oh, I closed the pattern. It's okay. I bookmarked it.
Also, how dare you?
I have so many patterns that I want to try.
Dear God.
That's my crochet.
You have so many freaking bookmarks.
Yeah, I've had this Google Chrome account since high school, so like there's stuff for school and college.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Why don't you get rid of them?
I don't feel like it. Let Google keep it. Where was I? Ah, mittens. It's my bad. I hoard bookmarks.
Hoard internet bookmarks. Well, as long as the APS officers aren't going to be banging on our door, I suppose that's fine.
APS?
Animal Protection Services.
Why would they?
For hoarding places.
Oh, I get it. I was just like, I confused APS with like CPS. I'm like, I don't have a child.
No, Animal Protection Services.
I know. I mixed up the acronyms, and I'm just like, oh.
Congratulations on the child.
You can't arrest me for this.
No.
You're like, dang.
But gosh, there is one dog at the clinic that I was like, I want to like. I actually made a joke with one of my coworkers, like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give you my cat, and then and I will take home the dog.
Just
okay.
trade it out. Yeah,
Trade it.
have fun with the diabetes.
Yeah, she's fine with diabetes. I mean, we treat diabetes all the time in the clinic. Like, she's got no problem. But she's like, I take small things. I can't take something this big. I'm like, I'll take her. You take my small thing, and I will take the big thing.
Oh,
Her name is Toph, and she's so sweet and a good old lovable. And I want her
one day.
one day.
One day.
I was looking at pictures of puppies the other day.
Mm.
Good times.
We had a puppy at work today, and it was funny because, like, basically we finished everything with the puppy, and the doctor needed to look at it, and so, like, I was just chilling there with the puppy for forever until the doctor finally had time to look at the puppy, and she kept on going like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and I'm like, I'm just chilling here with the puppy, I'm fine. You take whatever time you need, I'm just playing with the puppy, don't mind me.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
This is the part of the job that makes it worth it.
Right? Also, I saw drinking, buddy. You are pushing yourself, and I don't appreciate it. I saw in the chat a while ago.
What happened?
What'd you say?
He went to work sick for starters,
Boy.
and then he's pushing himself. Shameful. Shameful.
Check yourself before you wreck yourself, man. In the kindest way possible, I'm saying that.
Yes.
2 crochets in this one. Sorry, I'm looking at the pattern a lot.
Yes.
2. And now 19. My hair keeps getting in it. You know, that's just a little bit of me in every mitten.
In every mitten.
It's a little gross to think
Little
about.
did you know that it was made out of heather.
If I ever go nuts, what if that's something I did? Crochet stuff out of my own hair?
You could do
So gross. That's like a horror movie concept. Well, not a concept, but like a character.
What? Someone who like kidnaps people to knit the crochet stuff out of their hair?
Yeah.
They do it with dog hairs. I've heard that before, but I'm like, how dog hair? Well, I guess if you have a long hair.
It depends on what kind of dog. Like, we've had to shave dogs that definitely do have wool-like textures to their, and in a bad way, in the sense that it's so matted that we have to shave them down to their skin, and sometimes shave the skin.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not nice to think about. Remember when we shaved Knife? Like, we
Yes.
didn't literally do it, but I came back, like, I brought her back home, and she was just shaved because her fur had been matted.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, damn, it was so funny. I like the way it felt.
Yes.
Hopefully I don't have to do that again, though.
Well, you have to keep on top of grooming her, because she's not going to keep on top of it herself, although she's over-grooming now.
Yeah. Yeah. Poor little stress kitty.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Ronnie says, "What are these shenanigans?"
A lot happened, Ronnie, okay? Bad connections and everything.
This is the best I could do. It was either this or don't stream.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah, we haven't had the best time. What are you gonna do?
Sacrifice my computer for this goddamn stream.
It's okay, man.
We appreciate you, Louie.
We appreciate
I
you.
can't do anything else, otherwise the stream will get fucked up.
Oh yeah, you're usually playing video games and shit when we stream.
Oh,
This is an
yeah.
actual sacrifice
We,
for you.
we very much appreciate it, multitasker.
Holy shit. Alright, 11, 12, so I'm only doing
Ronnie
2.
says it's been a rough day over here too.
Ronnie? Oh yeah, I've been looking at his Facebook group for a while, you know, just work around the house. Excuse me, electrical stuff, and like the toilet in his master bathroom didn't work, so they had to like rebuild the whole thing, I think.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, that's cool. Did I chain one? No. That's my freaking hair in there again. It stands out a lot because this is white yarn right here. Okay, good. I tore it out.
Get you.
Oh my god. We can look at the stream for a little bit. I want more food. I ran out of flour tortillas, so I can only make myself one burrito. And then I had a bit of ice cream, but I still want more food. I have a problem.
To visit my house, so I may take advantage of our friendship. And
I'm gonna turn
go
Louie
work
up.
with some-
Yeah, we can barely hear you, Louie. Give us a sec.
I was. I think this was mostly just for me. He just says he wants me to come over there so he can take advantage of my friendship and make me move stuff. And
Bronny, I told you, give me a date and I will make arrangements to be there.
We'll see what he says. Aw. But more so because I miss you all and I want to see you again so we can do fun things together.
Uh-huh.
Ronnie, I don't roll that way.
Mhm.
But what if you did?
I ship it.
Of course you do.
We already know the only way I'm going to roll is down the nearest hill when he shoves me.
There you go. It was some form of contact.
Kinky.
Exactly.
You'll probably find it even kinkier when you see all the kinks that my fingers have in them when he breaks them.
Oh my god.
I mean, whatever you're into, dude. I'm not gonna move forward.
Going a little too extreme.
I'm going to kink shame you.
No, I'm saying that I made fun of him. I've
bro.
made fun of his wings for the past 2 years. He's going to physically harm me the first time we meet in person.
Just a little bit. No permanent damage.
I think you're fine, pal. I've literally kissed Bronny on the head.
I saw that. It was sweet. Right on the side of his temple. It was a very delicate but masculine moment.
What are some things I want to do around Florida? I don't fucking know. Not go to Florida? How about that?
I mean, it's a good idea.
Gatorland, though. Gatorland, though.
I've been to Florida. I've pretty much reaped what Florida can offer me.
Gatorland?
I went to mini golfing.
You should have moved closer over here, Bronny.
But it's not golfing. You go over there and you can watch the gators swim around. They had an albino gator.
Yes, you can do that at the Gator Golfing.
These little albino gators aren't there.
No, but they got baby gators.
Well, like, you could take a picture with the baby gator at Gatorland. Did you see the picture of me at Gatorland where I was next to a gator that was like a full-sized adult? His mouth was open. I was like, here he is, and there's me. That was the best. Do they let you sit on the gators at the golf course? I don't think so.
No, because I'm surprised that's not a huge liability.
Not when, well, if they tape the mouth shut. Apparently, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The weirdest thing was when they were performing the show. It's like, yes, guys, and we're doing this all for minimum wage. People laugh, and they're like, you laugh, but it's true.
But it's true.
And I'm like, no.
Stressing out the animals for human entertainment.
It's another SeaWorld.
True.
Whatever happened to SeaWorld? There was big controversies.
They're still going. I mean, the problem is without SeaWorld, there are, like, as terrible as it is, like, they are a huge factor behind a lot of funding for conservation. You know, in a kind of messed up way. Like, if it wasn't for SeaWorld, would you know jack shit about orcas?
I still know jack shit about orcas, if I'm being honest.
Exactamundo. Where are there any zoos with orcas?
What was in the thing with orcas? I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you
Are
said.
there any zoos with orcas that you're aware? Like, or aquariums, rather.
God, I haven't been to many aquariums. As far as I know, no, they don't have, like, whales.
Exactly. They don't have whales. So whenever an orca needs a place to reside for whatever reason, guess who's the only place that has the ability to care for them? Even if their care is shitty. It's the only place that has it. It has the ability to rehabilitate the orcas. And they don't do a great job doing that. You know, they really don't. But very few other places have the capacity.
I saw an aerial picture of SeaWorld, and I think it was like their parking lot is something like 20 times bigger than the Orca tank.
Something to think about, because you like orcas are like, I can't demonstrate with my fingers. I don't know why I was going to try, but like more than a couple dozen feet big. I don't remember much about the orca show because, like, I think I went to SeaWorld one time in my life in California, and I wasn't old or young. I was in high school, I think, and I think we went to the orca show last, and it wasn't very memorable. I remember it being very slow. I think I was like enjoying what they were doing with seals a bit more.
Yeah.
The seals are nice. Well, I don't know about the personality.
Probably sea lions. Even.
Yeah. Sea lions. They bark big and they live big. I think I remember dolphins and stingrays. Like you were just near a tank of stingrays and they would just like go onto the glass and you could see their underbellies.
Yep.
So that's what I remember. I feel like there could have been more, but I do not recall. I think the only time I went to an aquarium was with my dad, but I cannot for the life of me remember what the aquarium was like. I must have been in high school. Gosh, I have so few memories of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back. Oh well, there's always Disney World.
Yeah, I've been to that once.
Which is a nice pivot, because Bronny asked if anyone wants him to sneak us into Disney.
No thanks.
I would like to go. I want to see that.
Absolutely. Where do I sign up?
It's definitely worth the trip. Like I'm not gonna say like it's definitely worth the trip. If you've never been, you should go.
Yeah, like I wanted to go to. Oh, what was it? It's the ride I keep talking about, and suddenly I can't remember the name. Expedition Everest with the
yeah.
Yeti, because I get on that animatronic hype like hell.
Is that still there?
It's still there. I heard the guy who made it had announced at one of the Disney Expos that he wanted to fix it, but then he went into retirement.
What was it called again?
Expedition Everest?
I recall.
I don't know if there's any recent news about it that I haven't heard yet. The only
Well,
recent
yeah,
news-
because didn't they make a Frozen ride?
No, they replaced they made a Frozen ride, but they replaced that old Swedish or whatever ride. at
Oh,
Epcot.
Epcot. This is in Animal Kingdom. Okay. I'm thinking of a different ride then.
Yeah, that other ride that had like Scandinavian trolls. in it.
Yeah. I went on that ride too. I went on Expedition Everest, which I'm like, cool. This is the Matterhorn.
Yeah, but with a Yeti. I bet if
The Matterhorn had Yeti.
Well, he wasn't like the Yeti that was in Expedition Everest was super big. And
Yeah,
super
it was
awesome.
definitely different. It was definitely different and better. Because 9 times out of 10 on Matterhorn, like the Yeti's not freaking working.
Oh, so it's just following the family tradition of
I-
not working.
I mean, it doesn't need to work really because it just needs to sort of be there, and all it does is like vague movements and stuff like that. So it doesn't ruin the ride. But like there have been times where I'm like, oh shit, that moves. It's like most of the other times I've been on the ride, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it just has that light thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes, the Matterhorn bobsleds. That's what I'm referring to.
Yeah.
So, sweetie, little tip for you: if you do go back to Disney, go in the wintertime.
Oh, I'm sure Sweden
Yeah,
has all of that.
No, well, I mean, California, yes, but I only went to Disney World once, and it was in summer, and I hated it.
Oh,
Hated it.
yeah, of course it's summer.
It was in August.
Oh,
God help me. Yeah.
Yep,
no,
big mistake.
big
Both
mistake,
times
yeah.
I went. The first time I went with my mom and my sister was when I was 6. We did the whole summer thing because my aunt had a house down in Florida at the time.
Mhm.
The second and third times, my family went in the right after New Year's. Like, I think we caught a flight on New Year's Day, and we stayed for a week.
I wouldn't have been able to do that. I was in. No, just kidding. I was about to say I was in college at the time, but I just remembered the whole reason I went to Disney World because I'd graduated from college. But that was the thing. I didn't have like a huge amount of time. I could have just taken off, or at least where was I employment-wise at the time? Because I would have been working at PetSmart at the very least.
Oh.
So I must have just I don't know what. I mean, I guess I went in summer because my family was paying for the trip, so I don't know how much planning I actually was involved in. Yeah. But I hear winters in the South are unbearable too, especially for a California girl who's not used to cold temperatures.
I don't know, it gets pretty cold over here.
Yeah, it gets cold over here, and that was a shocker for me well, not a shocker. I knew conceptually that it got cold, but it was a bit of a adjustment when I moved over here, how cold it gets during the winter.
I'm moving around a lot, so I'm used to a lot of different. Well, I live mostly in deserts, and deserts get really cold in the winter. We even had a time where it snowed in the high desert. I'm not gonna say I'm conditioned for it, but I still say I prefer the cold over the heat. And Florida's gonna be weird because you're also still humid and cold.
Yeah, it's humid and cold. That's the thing. Like, because I'm West Coast Californian, so I'm used to perfect weather 24/7. But yeah, my sister would describe to me a winter in the South because she went to school in New Orleans, and it was like the humidity in the air basically freezes, and it's unbearable, she says. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I remember Bronny telling a
I
story of
like
the first.
cold, so.
Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I remember Bronny telling a story of like the first truly cold day. He was like, "All right, it's not gonna be so bad. I'm just gonna go to church." He described it as getting punched in the face by an icy boxing glove.
Sounds about right.
And then he gets to church and he's like, "Why is it so cold?" And someone tells him it's the humidity.
Yeah. Because that's the thing that I found most frustrating in Florida because I was used to extreme heat on this side of the country. But what was frustrating is that going under shade does nothing. Because like over here, if it gets too hot, you go in the shade and it cools you down a little bit. But it does nothing in the humidity. Like the shade means nothing to you. The heat will find you, no matter where you're at.
I am anger.
Uh-oh, what'd you do?
I think I can fix it. I just gotta go back a bit. Because it turns out I wasn't here, I was here, but I thought I was here, so I did a whole bunch of stuff I didn't have to do. I'm a genius, aren't I?
Yes, you are.
Oh, that's fine, as long as I know how to fix it.
That's what's nice about crocheting. You can just do that. You can just undo shit.
Yeah, it's like hitting edit undo. You know,
Right.
now, like I'm at work and I doodle on a piece of paper and I do something. I'm like, oh, edit undo, and I'm like, wait, this is paper.
Oh shit!
I gotta get the paper.
Yeah, damn it! It's like undo. Oh shit! It can't be undone. Oh god, it's pen.
Oh god, I'm glad I don't. You know what was funny? I don't know if you saw my tweet the other day. I think this is the one I was talking to Emerald about. I was like, we have wooden pencils at work, and like I was using one and I was getting a little dull because I remember we had a mechanical sharpener. And I go to our cabinet and I'm looking around for one. It's like, and I tell the manager, I'm like, right, do we have any sharpeners? She goes like, no, we have like mechanical pencils, man. I'm like, then why do we have wooden pencils?
For show. No, yeah, like having a pencil sharpener is a rare commodity. It's hard to find them to buy them.
I have one under my desk, thank God.
Like I would need one if I was doing like for makeup stuff, and it would be hard as hell to find one. For like brow pencils and stuff like that.
Oh, thank God I'm doing my gel, but I think I'm gonna go online and
Oh,
find
I
myself.
hate gel brow stuff. Oh, I do
Oh,
powder.
not brow. I was thinking about eyeliner. Sorry.
Oh no.
I don't do anything with my brows. They're thick enough.
I mean, mine are slightly pale, so I basically have to be like, yeah, they're there. If I care enough about my makeup, which is very rarely.
Okay, I get where I am. This is just the line above this, so I think I did that, and I think that this is me on my second row of single crochets. So I'll proceed from where I left off.
Okay,
I can do it. I'm a smart bean.
I believe in you.
Thank you, because I sure do.
Believe in yourself. Believe in the me that believes in the you that believes in the One Piece or whatever the hell.
Yeah, so I did this. I skipped. Yeah, okay, so I did this. I'm pretty sure. And like this was the part where you skip 12 things to make your thumb hole, and I already did that. And so I should be right here. Yeah, 14 to 20. 14 to 20. 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So that's 7. Okay. I understand. Oh, I think I did. This is like 2. 7. Okay. Alright, guys. I figured it out. I've cracked the code. I should probably write down what lines I'm on when I do these so I don't make this kind of mistake again.
I'm thoroughly impressed you're able to keep track as much as you are, to be honest.
Yeah. It's a, you know, it's, I guess I just am used to it because I screw things up all the time.
Well, I mean, that's the best way to learn.
Yeah. Sometimes I still think of, like, despite doing it for years, I still consider myself a beginner. Wait, I'm making sure I'm doing the right thing. It's doubting myself. Yeah, I'm doing the right thing. Yeah, I still consider myself very much amateur. Like, I've only had lessons once in my life when I first started out, and from there I've just been self-taught.
Oh, I never had lessons. I was always self-taught, and I can't do it anymore. So it shows how good that was.
Yeah, I had a room full of old ladies and grannies to help me, who also gave me lots of cookies.
That's nice.
That was a nice experience.
So, Heather, I think I remembered what the Twitter thing we were talking about yesterday was. Was it the
Yeah.
fact that you made a pun?
Yeah, it was the fact that I made a pun. And, so the tweet was that it was literally what I said. I went to my manager and I'm like, where's the pencil sharpener? Because we had wooden pencils. And she goes like, oh, we don't have a pencil sharpener. I'm like, then what's the point? I go, point on a pencil. I made it unintentionally. And I was just like, oh my God, Bronny would be so proud of me. And that makes me upset.
Yeah, that's Overcold the same way. Every once in a while, I'll let slip an unintentional pun. I'm like, it's not intentional, and he's like, embrace it, embrace the unintention. It's like,
I'm like, young man, no thank you.
I also found these coughing macarons and they look delicious.
Oh no, oh yeah, you don't use Twitter. I retweeted that days ago. It was delicious looking at. I wonder what flavor they are.
Didn't he say coffee?
No, coughing as in the Pokemon.
Oh, coughing. Gotcha.
Coughing the Pokemon.
Yeah.
Purple.
I wonder if they made them taste disgusting as a
I
reference
know.
to the
I was
poison
like,
type.
thematically, they should taste awful,
Yeah.
or particularly smell awful.
Yeah.
Actually, do you two know the...
Macaroons. You're not gonna screw up a macaroon just for
I
like
know,
accuracy.
macarons are so freaking hard.
Do you
Yeah,
guys know the
awesome.
original names of coughing and wheezing?
What were they?
NY and LA.
Aw. I get it. Pollution. You ever have the drink LA water and it's like it starts out crystal and blue on top and it gets dark at the bottom and I got the joke when I got it. I'm like, oh, this is a tasty drink though. Tastes like soda.
Have you seen the Pro ZD sketch of him describing Californians seeing rain?
Oh, I don't remember it.
No.
I'm sure I've seen it.
If it's accurate at all, it's probably them freaking out at the concept.
Yep.
There's water
is
coming
that-
from the sky!
Is that LaCroix? Why is LaCroix falling from the sky?
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
LaCroix.
And then there's thunder. Ah! Was that a sky earthquake? I have to tweet about this.
Oh, yeah, if there's like a thunderstorm, that's an event in LA. Like, that's like, oh shit, guys!
Oh my
Thunderstorm!
god.
Ah! Or over here during the summer, it's like, yeah. The point is, are the roads flooded? No? Alright, cool.
I'll proceed with my day.
Yes. I actually really love just like going outside. and
Actually,
watching.
did you see that Northern California wants to secede from California?
Oh, that's always a rumor going around. It's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
This time they're going for the state of Jefferson, and I think they're like part of the way there already.
We'll see if it actually happens.
Mm,
I'll wait.
yeah, I'm not holding my breath. I mean, Northern and Southern California have always been at odds. But
And I know part of Oregon wants to split off and become part of Idaho.
I renounced that.
Can y'all states just stay states?
right,
But
just,
like,
my God,
let's not make more states. There's
we're already like Texas is already freezing its ass off. So now's not the time for petty squabbles.
Don't look at me. I'm just chilling. I'm glad to be in Oregon. No sales tax.
That is nice. I knew of a teacher who would specifically get like mail order stuff from Oregon if he could.
No sales tax, huh? Must be nice. I live in Connecticut, so I don't know what that's like.
Hmm.
Texas also doesn't have income tax. I think it was.
The top of Oregon, right at the bottom of Washington and Vancouver, some people literally just drive across the bridge to Portland just to get their groceries because no sales tax.
I remember a time when my mom was visiting America while she was working at the military base in England, and her friend insisted on basically taking my mother grocery shopping because my mom had a base pass and she wanted to go grocery shopping on base because there wasn't any taxes. The stuff on base is super cheap. So she like the few times my mother was in the country and her best friend was like, "Let's go grocery shopping." It's like, oh, lordy.
She saw the benefit and she went for it. Okay.
I mean, there you go.
So, Brawny says Texans and Californians are natural enemies, just like Floridians and Californians, and the other states and Californians, and Californians and other Californians.
I
Dang
have no
Californians.
squabble
They
with,
ruined California.
I have no quarry with
You know, when I
California.
was living in California, I must have been just like, I don't know, I guess just really clocked out because I was just like, yeah, California's California.
Mhm.
Like, I don't think about how everyone else doesn't like everyone else.
Well, I mean, a lot of my cousins lived in Northern California, so when we would get together, like we'd have to drive to Northern California for family reunions, and we'd constantly have that sort of bickering about NorCal versus SoCal, and especially Dodgers versus Giants. Whether how each of the teams were doing depended on would determine how I was going to interact with my cousins. I could gloat or not.
I'm sorry, but the concept of a family reunion is so foreign to me. You guys plan a time to just hang out as like the whole clan.
Usually be around holiday like Thanksgiving or something.
Yeah, but to me that's like Apple family stuff you only see on TV. It's amazing that some people actually do it.
I mean, it was just my grandparents and their children and grandchildren. But there were 14 grandchildren in total.
Damn. My stuff.
And my grandparents lived in Northern California, and for a while, I mean, they don't now. Some still live in Northern California, but yeah, most of them lived up there.
My family's really spread out. Like, the only ones left in California are the ones that aren't capable of anything. Like, all of my family outside of California has all migrated to Texas, and I'm the oddball that's going all the way across the country, going like, nope, going as far away as I can.
Fair
Goodbye.
enough. At this point, my family's pretty spread out. I think the only ones left in California are my sister, my father, and my father's brother and his family. They're in Gilroy, the garlic capital of the country. So
I
we're
miss
super jealous.
I miss the Stinkin' Rose. That's a place you can only get in California. It's in San Francisco and Beverly Hills. I took Ronnie there. I was being nice and got a cheap like mac and cheese with garlic and stuff in it, and he got like the prime rib, and I'm just like, give me a bite of that. First date kind of shit. Should have taken advantage. Now when are we gonna get back to do that?
We only take advantage when the others split the bill. That's the thing.
No, but like, if we're like, we'll never go to San Francisco or Beverly Hills. I don't think again, unless we decide to go to BabsCon.
Yeah, I was gonna say BabsCon. I mean, BabsCon isn't in San Francisco proper, granted, but
Yeah, but like
So
that's
close
how we went the last time. Like the last time we went, we just like went to the city, had a Stinkin' Rose, and then we came back.
yeah, I mean, BabsCon 2022.
Maybe. I don't know. The pandemic has taken its time.
That's why it's 2022.
Yeah. So I'll see what happens next year. Maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows at what point I'll be in with stuff.
Yeah.
Or maybe like if we have a Christmas over at my family's, I don't know, Beverly Hills.
Beverly
kind
Hills
of
is far from
drive.
where you guys are, though.
It is.
Like that's.
I mean,
drive.
as it is, I took him for like a half or two. How long was that drive? It was like a half hour to an hour to go to like the town, like not even my hometown, but the town I lived in before I moved over here. You remember Rancho?
But yeah, that's why I know it's far from Beverly.
Yeah. So like I took him there to go get my favorite pastrami's because I love pastrami sandwiches. But my favorite pastrami sandwich that I've ever had, that is the best pastrami sandwich I've ever had, is at this one place called The Hat. And I don't know where else The Hat is located other than this one place. So I took him there, and I took him early just so we could go to this place to get my particular very expensive pastrami sandwiches. They're awesome, at least, that they do the Five Guys thing with fries where you just have one order and they just fill a bag. So that was great. Like, I took him early, too. Like, not super early like at dawn, but, like, before a regular, like, food place that doesn't serve breakfast opens up. We were there at, like, 9 or 8. And by the time it opened up, we were going to turn into the driveway. 3 people had already gone ahead of us. Because, you know, it's The Hat. It's high in demand. But we got our sandwiches. And we, like, there was shopping, like, an outdoor shopping mall nearby that I was also going to show him. And we sat in my car eating sandwiches. And I'm like, do you love it? You love it? You better love it. He's like, I didn't know there was going to be mustard. And I'm like, don't you freaking nitpick at the mustard. Whatever.
Well, you know, if there were onions in it, how would you?
You know, don't insult me.
I'm
I'm just saying. He was like, you know, he still said it was good. Like, the mustard doesn't ruin it. But, like, I'll just have to remember the next time I take him there, because that's the only time I'm going to be able to get my favorite pastrami sandwich, is if I go there. And I'll just remember, like, hey, no mustard on one of them. Because I love mustard.
I love mustard too.
I'm not a fan of mustard.
What? Mustard's good.
Yeah, I love mustard. I don't, you know, it's why people look at me and go like, I love onions. How do you not love onions? It's the same thing.
I get it. I get it because I didn't like onions as a kid. But really, that was more raw onions. I was usually fine with cooked onions.
Yeah, these days, like, you can cook up an onion in stuff, and as long as it's not too prevalent, I can usually eat whatever.
Like caramelized onions. Like even as a kid, I loved caramelized onions. Or I actually would make my dad grill scallions, green onions. Like that was some good stuff. Because like they would be crisp on the outside, and then they would just like explode with the juices on the inside. It was really good.
Not a fan of that, I gotta say, but yeah.
And pearl onions, the way my dad cooked them.
Well, your dad can make anything good. I've had samples of his cooking before on that one New Year's,
Yeah.
so I know he's good.
Yes. Yeah, he's pretty damn good. But yeah, back in the day, like if I were to, like In-N-Out has onions on it, and I'm okay with that now. But as a kid, I know I would have like.
I hated the way McDonald's did it because they shredded
Yeah,
the onions.
they
It was
shredded.
hard as fuck to get them off, and I was so pissed.
I
whenever-
always hated McDonald's as a kid.
Yeah, like it's either my mom would forget to tell them no onions, or they would forget to take onions off my burger. And still to this day, they'll forget to take onions off your burger.
Mm.
And it's just like, these days I'm getting the adult burgers that have the whole onions on them, so it's easy to just push those off.
it off. Yeah.
But the shredded onions, they make me so mad.
And they like put it with the ketchup too, so it like acts as a glue to keep it onto the patty.
Yeah, and then like the flavor is still there, and then like you miss one and you crunch into it, you're just like, sorry, I'm getting actually mad.
Well, that's how aggravated I would get with cheese when I was a kid, particularly tacos. Like, I would ask for no cheese, and they'd put the cheese on it, and I tried to take the cheese off of it, but, it's shredded, and there's something that gets in there, and...
Yeah, I don't understand. Well, I guess I can understand the experience. I don't get it with cheese, though. Cheese is always fine. It's delicious. It's awesome.
Nowadays, there are very few places I'll go out of my way to say no cheese, except one of my favorite taco places, Tito's Tacos. I will definitely say no cheese, because they pile the cheese. Like, it's more cheese than taco, unless I say no cheese. And I'm like,
do you not like nachos then? You're not a fan of nachos?
When I was a kid, I wasn't. Now I am. Like, I liked melted cheese when I was a kid. But nacho cheese was kind of borderline. It depended on how kind of cheesy it tasted. Now I'm fine. I like nachos fine. I'm not gonna go out of my way if there's like chips and like there's nacho dip as an option. I'm not likely to get it. But my favorite part usually of nachos these days are the other things in it, like the meat and all.
Hey, Brandon.
Hey, disregard nachos. Acquire kettle corn.
I don't like kettle corn as much.
I'm not huge on kettle corn.
I like caramel corn better.
I'm not huge on butter popcorn. Like, that's all I need, and I only usually want that when I'm watching a film. Or if I will admit though, when someone pops butter popcorn and I smell it, I do want it.
It's the kind of food that you can you're like, oh, if you're having it.
Yeah, exactly. Like it'll be one of those things where someone's like, "Do you want popcorn?" I go, "No," and then they pop it, and I smell it. I go, "Give me some of that."
Yes.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe give me a handful.
So Heather, I kind of only popped up for a brief second to hear like this topic, but you were talking about your family being scattered in different places, or in the future they're going to be scattered in different places.
Well, they were, because before, like, my older brother and his wife lived in Washington, and most of my family lived in California, and then some were in Texas. And now, like, my brother's migrated to Texas. He's going to be there for a couple of years because he's working as a recruiter. And my other family's still living in California, and I'm in Arizona, but soon I'll move all the way to Florida, so my family will be spread out.
Yeah. My mom was actually talking about me with this, and she has this weird plan that I'm not on board with, where she wants all of us to decide on a state and then kind of move there. Not necessarily live together, but just
but in the
be
same
within,
area.
No,
yeah, which I don't agree with. I don't agree with it at all.
Move to whatever state you're going to move to.
Yeah, no.
I understand that want for a parent, though. Like, I felt bad for my dad, for instance. Like, at first we were all living in Southern California, and then my sister moved to Washington, and then I moved to Arizona, and then my other sister was thinking about moving to New York. And my dad was like, if your sister moves to New York, I'm moving out of Los Angeles because there's no one for me here. He's like, I have to move somewhere where there's family. I have to be near family because he's retired. He doesn't have anything else to do. What's more important to him in his retirement and the twilight of his years is being around family. And so if there's no human being in California keeping him there, then there's nothing keeping him there. And I think my mother would do the same. She would move out of California if my sister did, because there's no family, there's nothing for you there. So I can get why a parent would want that kind of thing. Like, I'm sure my dad was sad to see both me and my sister leave the state. He got it. He supported us because we were working towards our future, and he supported it. But for his own personal mental health, really, it probably wasn't great.
Yeah, but at least he was compromising and he's supportive,
Yeah,
you don't want a parent to be like, no, we have to stick together no matter what, in a suffocating kind of way.
Yeah, I mean, my dad wouldn't bring it up. My mom would. My mom would be like, let's all move to a single state. We'd be like, shut up, Mom. So no, Mom, that's not happening, Mom.
Honestly, I don't.
Guys, no.
I talk about like wanting to move to a different state or like the Southwest or whatever, but I honestly don't even think I'm going to actually move now.
I mean, now is a bad time to move, to be honest. Not a great time.
covert or not, it's just I'm almost finished with my associates. I'm studying law, if you're curious, and I'm already what's the moderately familiar with the law here. I don't really want to learn a whole new set of laws for a different state, so I think I don't know. I think I'll just stay here.
Maybe just check out a few different cities and see which one you like.
I definitely don't want to be on the phallus of New York, so I'm definitely gonna find something else.
Over here is
Yeah.
pretty good.
You're in Oregon.
You're in one of the degenerate states.
Not that bad. I'm gonna be real with the chief. It's not that bad. You don't want to be in Portland. That's where you don't want to be.
Yeah,
That's
true.
part of the reason why part of Oregon wants to secede.
Why would we get rid of that? Let's just get rid of Portland.
Just get rid of it.
Just do it up here. I hear Ronnie in the chat says I want onion rings. That reminds me of a thing my nephews used to do. CJ Logan, they would okay, so CJ would get an onion ring. He'd break some of it in half, like one side. He'd slurp out the onion and then give it to my other nephew to eat the skins. Because the one nephew liked the skins, one nephew just liked the onion. And I just watched this while we were at a Red Robin at the table, and they're just doing that. And I'm like, this is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. That's gross.
I mean, I used to slurp the onion out of the onion ring, but then I would proceed to eat the breading too.
No,
What is-
he was just
what
like,
is
nah,
wrong
I just
with
want that onion. You can take the skin, brother.
I mean, I can understand. How much I enjoyed an onion ring had to do with the spicing of the breading. You know.
Disregard onion rings. Acquire sweet potato fries.
Hell yeah.
I can't agree on either of these.
Yes.
I mean,
You know, I knew I was gonna find someone. I knew I was gonna find someone.
What the hell?
I don't
You
like
don't
sweet potatoes though.
Well, that's fine.
that reminds me,
I-
I had jalapeno poppers
They don't like you.
that I wasn't a fan of.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, these
Fucking
jalapeno
squish it.
poppers. No. Like, these jalapeno poppers, I'm gonna say it, not enough jalapeno.
Huh.
Like the breading, was too much, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
There's too much breading, and there was too much cheese, and not enough of the spice. Like, I felt the spice, but not the flavor of jalapeno. And I like
Where
the
can I
flavor.
get these jalapeno poppers? I am a little bitch when it comes to spicy, and these things would be greatly appreciated.
You
Yeah,
could say
that's the funny thing. I'm a bitch when it comes to spice, but things like jalapeno poppers and like stuffed peppers, because the dairy kind of negates the spice, is actually something I can handle.
Bronny tried my family's jalapeno poppers. My mom and my sister will make them a particular way, and I'm gonna make them one day, but not for Bronny. But if his friends are around, they like spice.
Right.
But you get the jalapeno, you dig out all the seeds,
All the
and
seeds
stuff.
and
You
stuff.
do it with gloves on first
Yes,
and foremost,
dear
because if you do them barehand, you're gonna fucking
You're
touch something
going
on
to-
you. And it's
yeah.
gonna hurt.
Even without that, I would be double gloved at work and handling jalapenos, and it would burn my skin through the gloves.
It's
Terrible.
hardcore. It's hardcore.
It's really
stuff.
toxic.
So yeah, you cut open the jalapeno, you dig
Wait,
out
you
all
guys
the
wear gloves?
Yes.
yeah.
I
God.
don't.
Well, you're hardcore, Louis.
Apparently.
God.
Jesus.
But
I
the
cook with
point
that
is-
stuff all the time.
Okay, Louis, maybe I'll let you help me, and you can dig out, you can hollow out the jalapenos for me.
Apparently.
Thank you.
Yeesh.
And then you fill it up with 3 different kind of cheeses. But I think my mom puts cream cheese and mozzarella in there.
Mhm.
And then she would get some bacon, and she'd wrap the bacon around the jalapeno with the cheese. And she'd get some, she might could put a toothpick in there to make it stick together. And then she would bake them. And those were really good. Bronny couldn't handle them because they're just a bit too spicy. I mean, I don't know. He's I think he might be weak-skinned when it comes to that kind of thing. But they're kind of spicy, but very delicious. I mean, bacon and cheese and jalapeno. So awesome.
You guys are white.
Actually,
I've
one
come-
of the things I don't like.
I've
Well,
I've
yeah,
come-
it probably isn't a you thing. I
Yeah.
forget. You're not a fan of bacon. If I put a sausage in there somewhere,
I think about no. Honestly, I would probably try it. To be fair, I'm no guarantees because as far as the list of ingredients are concerned, there are things I don't like. But I've had things that are made up of things I don't like that I still like because they're done well.
maybe I'll make it someday and or sometime in the near future, and you can try and see if you
Okay.
like it. Who knows?
I've-
Okay, as long as it's an amount that you're also willing to eat on your own.
Oh no, I'll probably you know me. I make food for my coworkers all the time, and I give it to them. Tomorrow I'm gonna make some lemon cupcakes.
Let's drown it in hot sauce.
No.
Yes.
I mean, only Pinkie Pie will do that.
Pinkie
but not
Pie
us.
might do that, but like sane people,
Are you calling me not sane?
Also,
I'm very
Pinkie
much
Pie.
calling you not sane.
No,
But,
you guys are not sane.
I mean, that's also true, but in a different way.
I like that we're saying we're not sane instead of just saying
Saying we're insane.
Why do we talk like that?
I've
Like,
come to acquire a taste for turkey bacon recently. I don't like regular bacon anymore.
turkey bacon is cheaper, so I was trying to do turkey bacon for a while, but once I had pork bacon again, I was just like, why did I even turn away?
It's I don't know. I just
I mean, they both taste
pork
nice.
bacon's very gross.
You're biased! You're incredibly biased! There's a difference!
I am. But they're like, change it for turkey bacon. And it's like, that'll make it healthier. Like, okay, still nasty.
Sweetie, I cannot with you right now. Okay, you just don't understand.
It's true.
Wait, all right. So, sweetie, you had me originally when you're finally like the only person I know of who likes sweet potato fries, and now you're telling me you don't like turkey bacon.
I like turkey bacon compared to regular bacon. I think they taste the same. The problem is, I don't like that taste. Like, I'm not against turkey bacon as a concept. Just
Well, okay,
it's still
sure.
bacon. Bacon is bacon.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You gained points and then you lost them.
Well, Brandon, it's not
Yes.
that she doesn't like turkey bacon. It's that she doesn't like bacon in the first place.
Yeah,
So
I don't
changing
like
to
bacon
turkey
in the
bacon
first
does not change the equation.
Exactly. That is exactly it.
Alright, guys.
Okay, that makes
Plug in
sense
my
then.
butt
Never.
massager.
That makes sense. Never mind.
It's the bacon
Also-
part I don't like of the turkey bacon. The turkey is perfectly fine. Though I didn't like turkey when I was a kid.
Turkey burger.
And I will say, I probably would
I-
like
I
turkey
hate that.
bacon. I just don't need my face turning redder than a Pokeball.
Are you allergic?
Oh yeah, he
Yes.
has like an allergy against poultry.
I thought it was to chicken, like chicken.
Chicken and turkey.
It's
okay.
poultry, guys.
And it's actually slightly different between the two. Turkey gives me less intense headaches, but my face turns beet red.
No fun.
And then it's the other way around when you have straight chicken.
Chicken, it's headaches and other anaphylactic symptoms. Actually, fun fact, severe headaches is on the list of anaphylactic symptoms.
Fun times.
Oh.
My dad found out when he was training to be a scoutmaster when I was in Boy Scouts.
You know, I tried a quail egg for the first time Thanksgiving last year when my brother and his wife took me to a hot pot place, and I just wanted to try it because I'm like, I've never had a quail egg before. Is it different? And it's kind of the same, but I liked it. Like it's small and I can put the whole thing in my mouth, and it just
It explodes.
explodes in my mouth.
Yeah,
I'm like,
it's
wow, cool.
Yeah, that's the only advantage to the quail egg is that you can eat the whole thing and it explodes in your mouth, but it tastes pretty much the same.
Yeah, I like it.
So Brawny just said, I wish to take a giant bite out of an entire smoked ham, and I just had the mental image of him eating a Christmas ham like a corn on the cob.
Honestly,
I feel
same.
kind of bad then because my mom, like, she had ham for Christmas, but she didn't like take it out and make it because she knows I'm not a big fan of ham.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of ham either.
Yeah, so she didn't take it out, so we just had turkey and stuff. But if Bronny likes it, I'm like, oh man, he missed out on some good ham. I mean, I assume it's good. I assume it's fine.
Yeah,
We
sure.
had good turkey. I like turkey.
He also made a comment 2 posts above the ham comment, but I'm not reading it because you guys need to read it to see what's so funny about it.
I am Anger. He's been taking Spanish lessons and he still can't spell it right. That's what makes it even worse.
Education can't fix his level of ignorance.
Now, here's the thing. What angers you more? Him spelling jalapenos like that, or me calling them jalapenos?
You know, I can understand the jalapenos because you're white.
I just think that's funny.
Well, that's not an excuse.
I'm the only
Shame.
not
Oh, that
white
feels nice.
person here.
Not an excuse.
Listen, yo hablo un poquito español.
He knows a little bit of Spanish.
I know some Spanish. Donde está el baño?
El baño is.
A la
Ahí.
derecha.
I was just gonna say ahí.
That was one of the 2 phrases that one of the coaches at my high school said you need to know in a Spanish-speaking country. You know what the other phrase was?
Donde está la policía?
Nope. Donde
No
están mis
hablo
pantalones?
What? Say it again?
Donde está mis pantalones?
But
I
there was
well,
a
I
time I
don't.
was in Mexico and I had to ask for a bathroom, and I was better at Spanish than my friend, so she asked me to ask them, and I'm like, I know how to ask. I don't know if I'll understand his answer, but I went and I asked, and he told me, and I walked away and I told her where it was, and I'm like, I'm so proud of myself that I know where the bathroom is.
Oh,
I
man.
know where he said the bathroom was. Let's go.
I think I had that same kind of moment where I because I decided to get a burrito not from Taco Bell but from a place next to it that was Filiberto's, and the lady in the drive-thru started speaking in Spanish immediately, like asking what my order is. I'm like, oh, she speaks Spanish. I better order in Spanish. And I looked at the thing, and I was actually able to order myself a pork burrito with all the stuff I wanted on it. I was even able to ask like, hey, what's in your pork burrito? Like, and she told me, and I'm like, okay, I want my burrito with none of this, this, and this. And she goes like, oh, what do you want in your burrito then? And I'm saying this all in English just so I don't have to remember the conversation
Right.
in Spanish. But I was allowed to say, I'm like, nah, I want the carnitas y arroz y frijoles. And I didn't know how to say sour cream in Spanish. So I just said sour cream y queso. And she goes like, okay. She knew, so it's
cream is just crema.
crema. Okay, good. Because I was like, man, how do you say sour? And
I
how do you
was
say
thinking-
cream?
I was like, I feel like it's a cognate, but I don't remember in what sense. Okay, that
Yeah,
makes sense.
so I cannot remember. But yeah, she got it, and I was able to order myself a burrito with horchata, and I'm like, oh, yes.
Hell yeah.
This is all I need to know.
This
And that's
chat
before I started
is
refreshing
so
myself on
goddamn
classes.
white.
I know, but like it was before I started going back on Duolingo and practicing again, so I can potentially order more food. Like so much food, guys.
Well, there
I
goes
know-
your diet.
I know it's basically a dead language, but I want Duolingo to add Middle English so I know how to speak it. I can read it pretty fluently. I don't know how to
Not
speak
Spanish
it.
was a dead language. It's okay,
Middle-
sweetie.
Okay.
It's okay.
Middle English. That's you can find. I mean, it's not going to be added on Duolingo, but you can find people who teach you Middle English.
I kind of
It's
hope my
still
next.
cool.
I kind of hope my next school actually has that. That'd be pretty neat.
So,
Brian wants me to tell everyone about a test I gave him the other day because we're both taking the same languages. So I decided to test him, and I decided to complain in Spanish. I went like, Bronny, mi corazón. Yo necesito.
First of all,
com-
yo necesito.
Yo necesito. Yeah, I need.
Yes, you don't need the yo.
Well, yeah, but sometimes I just put yo anyway. It's unnecessary, but that doesn't mean I can't. And plus, it helps him, be the whole thing.
Okay. Anyway.
Yo necesito compras hamburguesas para mí. And all that crap. And he was just like, see, and then goes into English saying, I will buy you hamburgers.
That's how I am with foreign languages in general. I'm far better at understanding than communicating.
I'm kind of the opposite. Like, at least verbally. Like, I can read Spanish and write it, and even speak it. But, like, listening to someone talk, there's a big disconnect. And especially if they're talking fast, I can cherry pick words, but it's hard. I need someone to talk it at me so I can get more practice, because that's all it is. It's I need practice with it because I don't understand it. Duolingo, of course, talks at you, but they have an option for you to listen to it slowly, and people don't have that button.
Yeah.
They're just gonna talk at you really fast.
And that's the thing, you can, I think I'm easier with that because I can pick up on the body language, I can pick up on the situation, and the words I do pick up, I can string together and what they're saying, I can get, even if I can't, word for word know what they said, I'll get the gist. And I think that comes from being the youngest in my household, and when you're 7 years younger, at least, to everybody else around you, no one's going to stop and explain everything to you, sweetheart. You're just going to have to get by. You're going to have to get by picking up on what you can understand. And I think that, in general, helped me with languages. It helped me with mysteries. My friends don't watch mysteries with me anymore.
Oh, you're the one you're my brother-in-law. You'll be shouting out your guesses, and you're just like, can you wait till we get there?
No. I only do that if other people are shouting out their guesses. People get mad at me because my guesses are right. That's the problem. They'll be like, I think this is gonna happen. I think this is gonna happen. I'm like, no, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think this is gonna happen. And then what I say is right. And they're like, you son of a bitch. I'm like, we were shooting out ideas. I don't usually like forward that information unless it's part of the conversation. We're all throwing out ideas. Just my ideas are always right.
Yeah, and my brother-in-law got punished for that, sort of, because then my mom would turn to him while they were watching a movie like that. And it'd be the first time he's watching too. She goes like, Charles, who's that? Why are they doing this? She's asking him all the questions. And he goes like, I don't know yet. This is my first time watching it. And my mom does that to me too now.
Oh.
Like, and we'll be in the theater, and she's asking me about, like, it was Star Wars, the new Star Wars at the time. And she goes like, Heather, who's that? Heather, what are they talking about? I'm like, Mom, I don't know. I'm watching the movie with you. Although I could concur with her one time. It was like that time when, like, the first movie where like, Kylo Ren takes off his
mask and we're supposed to care.
No. Like, it was like he takes off his helmet. She goes like, he's ugly. Put it back on. And I'm like, right?
I mean, she's right, but oh.
Yeah, it was funny. I was like, in the theater, I'm like, yeah, you can say that out loud. It's funny.
Well, for me, I just felt like it was this big moment, and I was like, and then like he's this. I don't think he was excessively ugly. He was a fine-looking gentleman, and I was just like, okay.
For me, like, you know me, I'm into helmets and masks, and when you take it off, I'm instantly turned off. I'm like, no, put it back on. We're not done yet.
I never
Put it
thought
back
he was,
on.
I never thought he was unattractive, but I never thought he was attractive. So like in the other movie when he had his shirt off, I literally in the theater, like, because I was close to the front, and I turned around, I'm like, whose fault is this? Which of y'all thirsty fangirls thought that we needed this?
It wasn't sexy because his pants were
wasn't
too
sexy.
high, like a
Even
door.
if it wasn't,
You're wearing grandpa pants.
even if it wasn't, I'm sorry, but he's just not that kind of attractive. And I was just like, I was like, who was asking for Kylo Ren fan service? Like,
You'd be surprised.
I know, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, I'm sure they were fans. So I was like, whose fault is this?
It's the preteens. It's
Right, the preteens who are like, oh, nipples.
Nipples. That reminds me, I was watching a playthrough for like one of the Danganronpa games, Ultimate Despair Girls, and like the girl that's really into this one guy asks the kid like, where is it? Where did you take my master Byakuya? And she goes like, do you mean the pretty boy who probably has very nice nipples? And she goes like, you're right, you probably would have beautiful nipples. And I'm like, why that particular thing? I mean, maybe, I don't know. I don't rate nipple appearance. Is that a thing? I mean, I would just be put off if it has like a piercing or something.
Oh, yeah, I find nipple piercings repulsive.
No, I find them kind of like nerve-wracking because I'm like, what if something gets caught? What if your nipple gets ripped off?
And I get like the sympathy pain type of thing. Like I'll see it and like, my boob.
I'm like, you have holes in your
You
nipple.
have holes in your boob.
They're like, take it off, put it back.
Don't nipples already have holes in them?
They have built-in holes.
Built-in holes, not like stapled with a giant nose ring. That is a different kind of hole it's not meant to have.
We gotta stop
So,
talking about holes.
Yeah, backpedaling a couple topics. I actually have a funny story related to Star Wars and family.
Yes, go ahead.
So I think it was my junior year of high school. My sister and I had a friend who, as a joke, would say, like, whenever we brought up any movie, any TV show, anything, he would say, "Everybody dies." And so my sister started saying that, or my sister and I started saying it too. And then we saw Rogue One.
I was gonna say, Rogue One. There you go.
And the thing is, this was on the second of the New Year's Disney trips. So my sister and I saw it in the Disney Springs movie theater, and so we go to our family afterwards because we were at a midnight showing. It was just the two of us, and my stepdad and our sister are like, "So, what about it? What happened?" And we said, "Everybody dies."
Well,
And they initially got.
God.
No, and they. But here's the thing: they got irritated at us. He was like, "Spoilers! I can't believe it!" Like, wait, you've been doing this for months. It's not actually a spoiler, is it? And the entire time we were just like, "I don't know." And they
have to wait and see.
and then they saw it, and my sister still has not let it go.
Yeah.
And it actually came up today, which was hilarious.
I mean, you could do the same thing for like Hamlet. What happens at the end of Hamlet? Everybody dies.
Aw.
What happens at the end of Romeo and Juliet?
Everybody dies.
Like 2 of them.
Well, yeah,
Well,
like
a lot
really
of people died. A lot of people died,
Four
but not
people
all
died.
of them.
that I can think of. Off the top
4
of
is
my head.
enough.
Yeah. So like not everybody, but everybody you gave a crap about.
I went like that. Another slightly different topic.
Les
but-
Miserables. Everybody dies.
Well, that's a spoiler for me. I haven't seen it.
Oh well, everybody dies.
Okay. Thanks.
Okay, that's not true. There are a couple people who survive, but Light is similar to Romeo and Juliet. They're the people you don't give a shit about.
Oh, well, great stuff. Like fucking but I had this same thing. Like, you guys remember Spaghetti Monster, the guy who would do those like stoner recaps of My Little Pony episodes?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Like, I followed him on Twitter, and he watched this horror movie called Teeth. If you don't know about Teeth, it's has to do with vaginas, and it's exactly what it sounds like. Lady with teeth in her vagina. So he goes on a tweet about this movie, because I'd already seen it, and he tweeted about it saying, like, dude, there's too much, like, dick chopping off in this movie. And I'm like, dude, it's only like 3 dicks and some fingers. And he goes like, that's too many. And I'm like, what did you think was gonna happen in this movie about vagina teeth?
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly what was gonna happen.
So exactly when you said vaginas with teeth was when
Yeah.
Bronny put in the chat that the history of humanity.
Everybody dies.
Everybody dies.
Well, yes.
No, but the timing of it made it look like he was saying that vaginas with teeth was humanity.
Humanity. Vaginas with teeth.
Dude, if we had vaginas with teeth.
That sounds like a Cards
Oh,
Against Humanity
no.
play right there.
Okay. Ah.
Terrified.
I'm terrified by the concept. Come here, kid.
Oh gosh.
People want to see.
It's
okay,
You're
we're
supposed to be
not-
saying at this point.
There she goes.
I showed that movie to my sister and my mother, and they liked it.
I would not.
Last 9 minutes of the stream. Last 9 minutes of the stream.
Oh yes, you were correct. Because you know, we had a wonky start, but we're still gonna keep the same time period, I think.
Fair enough.
So yeah, it's like actually it's like 4
4
minutes.
minutes left.
4
of
minutes.
the
Four
stream.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
9.
Because I can't read analog clocks when I'm tired.
Any last minutes, comments, questions, or concerns, please bring them up now. Forever hold your silence until the next stream. Hopefully, it'll be on my channel.
Here's hoping.
Ugh.
Please let it
To
be
be
on your
fair, the
channel.
minute hand on my phone is covering the 1 and the 11, so
I've been sitting here listening to the conversations and nothing else. I'm in.
She jumped right to your left.
I genuinely don't notice. She jumps on me all the time, and I'm just like, hey, you're here. I'm like, wait, when did you get here? I'm already petting you like it's just a
I can
natural.
steal her back.
She's like,
no, not this bitch.
it's like a natural response at this point. If like she hops on my lap, I'm just like, oh, hey, here.
Yep.
And then like an hour later, I'm like, when did you get here?
I think my cat has a problem. It starts vibrating every time I pick her up.
Ha ha ha. It's called a purr.
You guys ever watch that Love and Robots series?
Hey
I think it's called?
Spencer, great dad joke. That was very wholesome. 100.
They had an episode where there were like 3 robots and they were visiting the remains of Earth, and there was just like they started petting a cat. You might have seen this clip, petting a cat, and then, like it starts vibrating. He's like, "What's happening? What's happening? Why is this thing vibrating?" And one of the robots goes like, "Don't panic, but I think it's going to explode if you stop doing it." Like he was, I think it's gonna explode. Better keep doing it, or else like something bad's gonna happen. Don't explode, kitty! Don't explode. Got any good look at her back scabs?
Yeah, they're pretty crap. Nope. Sorry. Mommy doesn't want you on her lap right now.
Yeah, mommy's crocheting a little bit. Don't worry, in like 2 minutes.
Yeah, you can hop back on mommy's lap. Sorry, kid.
Good stuff.
You should meet Toph. I don't know if she'd like you. It'd be funny.
It'd be funny.
Actually, it would be funny. It'd be terrifying. But still, it'd be interesting.
Is that the cat that you were telling me
Dog.
about? Oh, the dog, yeah.
You're about the size of her mouth. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, she's
Don't
big.
feed her to it.
She's a King Corso. She's beautiful. I love her.
What breed is that?
It's one of the largest breeds, dog breeds. It's a Mastiff type of thing.
What's the name of it?
King Corso.
King Corso. How do you spell that?
CAIN.
C-A-I-N?
And COR.
Oh, is that it right there? Or?
Yes, that's one. King Cane Corso, yes.
Damn!
Yep.
Holy shit!
She's so beautiful.
Good fuck!
I'll show you a picture of her. Hold on.
Oh my god, look at this one!
Yeah, she's so beautiful.
Guys, look up King Cane Corso. That is the most metal fucking looking dog. Oh my god, that's the one in the fucking picture! That's the one in the picture! Is that the puppy?
No, she's not a puppy. She's still grown.
Oh my god, I was like, you were talking about a puppy earlier.
Oh no, no, though the puppy will probably grow to be pretty big. Maybe not her size though, but yeah.
Oh my god.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
That's taller than a freaking woman!
I think it's forced perspective, but yes. Unless she's a very small.
This dog would look down at you and go, bark, bitch.
They're usually very, very friendly. Like, they're the sweetest dogs ever. And that's why I love them. They're the, like, definition of gentle giants. Like, they're nothing but wrinkles, and you just... Well, not all the time. There were a couple of Cane Corsos that nearly... but most of the time, they're very, very friendly.
Some of these pictures look like these dogs are going to say, say woof again! Say
Right?
woof again!
I won't lie, I kind of like it now. I really like it.
Right?
Oh, look at this one. He's nice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think we have any more time left.
Oh, yeah.
We do not.
I'm
So
sorry.
guys, sorry about the technical difficulties earlier. Like, it was a bad time all around. We tried YouTube, we tried Twitter, now we're back on YouTube with Louis' account. So let's all give Louis a big hand.
Yay for Louis.
Thank
I'm
him.
dying here.
You're all right,
I
Louis.
appreciate you, Louis.
And let's
Yeah.
let me take a brief moment to thank my patrons as well. We can thank Emerald Spencer, who's here in the chat. We can thank DJ Skywalker, and we can thank Phil Mabroni. If it weren't for them, I wouldn't be here today. I mean, that's kind of dramatic, but like, sure.
If
Yeah.
it wasn't for me, you
It
wouldn't
wasn't
be here
for Louis,
today.
we would be here today, let's be fair.
Yeah, it wasn't for Louis. So everyone, again, go to Louis' stuff, follow him on all his social medias. He deserves it. I think he streams sometimes. I'm not incredibly
I
sure.
stream
But
on
Yeah.
Twitch.
he streams on Twitch, which apparently is better. So that's good for him.
Good for him.
Say, you know what, Louis? If you want, you can go ahead and say goodnight first tonight.
Night.
Thank you. And I don't know. I guess the rest in alphabetical order. Brandon, you first.
I've got a new mattress and I'm about to use it. Good night.
Emerald,
Good night, y'all.
sweetie.
Night.
And good night. Thank you all for coming tonight. Thank you for dealing with our technical difficulties. I'm not charging this stream to Patreon because I feel like that'd be unfair. But I'll just post it and not charge for it. So thank you all for showing up tonight. We're going to show up to next week, hopefully with better resolution. Hopefully. But yeah, thank you for dealing with us and have a great night. Louis,